What should you do when you just can't seem to figure out how to add a feature to your game? Today I'm talking about one of the game features I struggled with learning the most, saving my game. Part of my journey to learn how to be a game dev involves me making a number of different prototypes, and this time is no different, as I decided to remake a classic, Flappy Bird. Now this isn't a tutorial on how to make Flappy Bird yourself, although there are plenty of videos that do that for you already. While writing for this video, I found plenty of material that walk you through making Flappy Bird in Godot, in Unity, and I think my favorite one by far was made in Unreal. But the amazing part about recreating something even as simple and well-known as Flappy Bird is that you can have brilliant and maybe a little unhinged minds that can make a game in Excel, another that made it in File Explorer, and even MS Paint. But back to the prototype. In short, it didn't take me very long to make Flappy Bird myself. Over the span of a single day, I had the prototype up and running in what felt like record time. But it was too easy and I felt like challenging myself. Well, did I challenge myself? I wanted to implement a save and load feature so that I can keep track of my high score and the total amount of time I've played my game. I combed through the Godot documentation, but I messed something up because it didn't work. Probably because I was just copying and pasting the example code instead of actually understanding what it did. But I thought, no worries, I can't be the only person that doesn't get how to do this first try. And I was right. Plenty of other creators had tutorials on how to save and load a game in Godot, GDQuest and Godoniers being the two I found to help me. Check them out via the links in the description below. But this didn't immediately fix my issue. In fact, I spent the next 2 days rewatching the same 2 videos, slamming my head against a wall, trying to figure out how to get the code that obviously works in their tutorial, but how do I get it into my game? And I have 2 reasons why this feature took me so long to implement, despite it relatively not being that difficult. Number 1, I'm still learning. I'm not a software developer and many of the skills I need are still in the early stages. 2, a break is necessary when doing a task like this, at least for me. I needed the time to do other things, get my mind off of infuriating errors, and be in a better state to tackle and solve this problem. I've said it in other videos, but one of the most important aspects of learning skills, engaging in new hobbies, and pursuing your passions is giving yourself grace. I routinely hyperfixate and go all in on things I'm excited about, but I know that if I truly ever want to release a game, a real game, a project that takes long-term commitment, discomfort, and consistency, then I would need to look inward and organize myself. Part of that manifested as this YouTube channel. This gave me the opportunity to share what I've made, hopefully motivate any aspiring game devs that would watch, and honestly, I think the most valuable part about all of this is that it made me think about what I made in more detail. Let me explain. I not only get to document my progress, but I have to revisit it constantly and talk about it. I already feel like I've made a lot of progress, even though it has only been about a month since I uploaded my very first YouTube video. My videos and prototypes are simple, I know that, but I've really enjoyed the process of going more and more in depth on the games I make in these videos. And I found it really cool to think about things like how colors and shapes matter for the feel of a game and overall user experience in a previous video. And now talking about important features like save game and the struggles that go along with that. And I think this experience is invaluable because if I put this much time and thought into Pong or Brick Breaker and now Flappy Bird, then what will happen when I start making my first game? Hopefully something good. But to come back to the crux of this video, I remade Flappy Bird, and after some struggle, I successfully added a save and load feature that tracks your high score and total amount of time played. And despite the pain it caused me, I can't wait to add this feature to future games because now it's something that's part of my skill set. The process isn't complete yet though. As I learned about using JSON versus resources to save your game in Godot, I also read about the potential for malicious code to be inserted and executed into your game. It will still take me some time to wrap my head around how to best prevent this, since the last thing I want is for a player that takes a chance playing my game to be at risk. So with that concludes the Flappy Bird prototype. Another one down and many more to go. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you've ever tried or thought of adding to your game that you struggled with. And if you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to check out some of my other videos where I learn how to become a game dev. Subscribe if you want to follow my future progress too. Until next time.